second year with the Bulls from St. John's. And the story on the matchups, first for the Bulls, Woolridge and Johnson at the forwards. Caldwell Jones will try to anchor down that middle for the Bulls. Jordan and Watley in the back. The Clippers, Marcus Johnson and Rory White. White has been in that starting lineup for 9 straight games at power forward and has played quite well. Walton in the middle, Smith and Nixon. So we are set to play basketball here tonight from Southern California. The Bulls in their traveling red once again, as always. And the Clippers in their white with the blue trim. So we're set to go. It'll be Walton 6'11", Caldwell Jones 7 feet. The Bulls will attack right to left here in the first quarter. 1-inch height advantage to Chicago on the jump. It's tipped by Walton, and it is controlled by the Clippers. Derek Smith to Nixon. Nixon's picked up by Enos Watley. Walton high, looking on the baseline. Smith was running that baseline. Here is Johnson with a sweeping hook shot, puts it in. Little jump hook. And L.A. draws first blood, and it didn't take long to get it, just a little over 10 seconds. Jordan picked up by Derek Smith. He'll have his hands full tonight. Smith, however, is a good athlete, and that's part of the skills you have to have. And what a move by Jordan, starting right out of the gate.
You gotta love it.
3 men were up there, and he pump faked them all.
Walton gets up pretty good. Great timing for a block shot. He went up, pulled it back down, hung a little bit, and put it off the glass. He showed the fans in the first play what he's here for.
Walton sets it off. Here is Rory White into the middle. Fires, misfires, and Jordan's there to pull it down. Looks up the court. Bounce pass. Steve Johnson on the run, traveling as he tried to put it in. Ball goes over. Out of bounds Clippers. So L.A. will take control from their own end and run it up. They have Smith and Nixon in the backcourt. Nixon, one of the craftiest ball handlers in the National Basketball Association. Started the night 7th in the league in assists. Smith is a good scorer. Played his college ball at Louisville. Here's Walton. Low lob back. Smith on the back door. Got behind his man, and Derek Smith has his first 2. A 6'6" guard. Played with the NCAA champs in 1980. And it's the Clippers with their first lead of the game. Woolridge driving the baseline. Goes up. Walton challenged him. There was a whistle stopping play. And Big Red, I think, is going to be called for the foul.
Meadows taking it to the hoop the first time. He gets by his man. Walton is up in the air, protects the basket well, and just some great hang time there by Mr. Woolridge was able to draw that foul.
Orlando came in tonight the number 14 scorer in the NBA, and I think it was very well put in one of the Los Angeles papers here. Tommy Bonk, who is a veteran NBA columnist, was writing about Michael Jordan like everybody else has been, and he also put a few words in the notes column about Orlando Woolridge, who's saying he's having an outstanding year, but his year is being overshadowed. Here's Walton low, fakes, got around, Jordan slammed it. Jordan was back covering as Walton got open in there. And Big Bill has his first pair, and it's the Clippers by 2 at 6-4. Watley, Caldwell Jones looking underneath. It hit traffic, out of bounds. Last touch by the Bulls. The Clippers have it. Bad pass.
Looked like it tipped off Walton's hand, but
yeah.
You mentioned about Nixon being a great offensive point guard. He was the off guard with Magic Johnson in Los Angeles, and he's developed into playing at either spot very well.
Here's Nixon spinning, goes to the glass. Steve Johnson with a rebound. He had 13 of them in the game at Phoenix last night. Watley to Jones, breaking. It was blocked against the board. Goaltending. It counts. Caldwell Jones with a field goal. That was a nice pass to him.
Good pass coming down the lane. Walton got up and hit it off the glass. Bernie Fryer was right there to say, we're going to give it to him. Here comes Mo Watley with the ball down the side behind Walton's head. It's up off the glass, and then it's pinned. You see those strobe lights going. Again, that's one of the national sport magazines taking some Michael Jordan pictures.
Here's Nixon dropping it low. Jordan snuck in there, made another steal. Came in leading the league in steals. Here's Woolridge on the other end. Kaboom! Oh, Woolridge has 4 points.
He was up around the rim with his head that trip, and a great pass by Michael Jordan. Half-court bounce pass. Oh, never had a break stride. Picked it up and slammed it through.
Perfect play. Jordan and Woolridge, a devastating combination when it's working. Walton to Johnson. Misses. Rebound sealed off by Chicago, and the Bulls are working on the boards here early. Nearly 3 minutes old now in the game. Watley driving, looking to scoop off. He tried to bail out on it, and there was nobody there to pick up the ball. Nixon to Smith, penetrating. Goes up, pinned against the board. Foul. It'll be Caldwell Jones picking up this one. He was the last line of defense.
Michael Jordan went for the block. They went around him, and leaning in with his body, Smith draws a foul from Caldwell Jones. Smith to the line for the first time for the Clippers.
Shooting about 80%, just under that on the year. He has 3, and it is now 1-point Bulls lead at 8-7. Smith gets them both. He has 4. So it's a tie game now at 8 apiece, and the Bulls will move it right to left. Here's Jordan. Yeah, there was that trap. Smith fell down. Man open in the corners, Woolridge, and he sticks it. Woolridge has 6. He's off to a good first quarter again, and the Bulls by a pair. Marcus Johnson moving. Nice block shot, Steve Johnson. Goaltending, they say. Give the basket to Marcus Johnson. The Bulls had hands up there everywhere trying to block it.
1 apiece and a goaltend. He goes by Woolridge. Woolridge goes up with him. It does get to the glass, and they wipe it off, and that's a good call. Lynham was up hollering about it. A little slow, Bernie Fryer, but it was a good call.
And Watley brings it across. There's the screen from Caldwell Jones. Opens Watley up a little bit. Jordan underneath. Steve Johnson. The head fake goes up for it. Bottom rimmed, and he slammed the rebound in.
That's what you like to see when you take that advantage of that big man inside. Walton blocked the first shot, came back so fast that he was able to pick it up and hammer it home.
And here is Walton looking for a man in the paint. Boy, Rory White's been in there a little while. Smith, count the basket, and he was fouled as he went off of the glass for it. Derek Smith has 6, and Jordan picks up the personal.
Takes him in the post. He gives him a fake up. Jordan stays there, but he caught him on the arm as a good lean-in by Smith. Smith's averaging just a touch below what Marcus Johnson is, so he is well out in scoring this year.
Oh, yeah, he's done a great job, and he's playing with a left ankle injury tonight. Hasn't bothered him thus far, has it? Jordan. Smith has 7 for the quarter. Lob underneath. Going up, Johnson. He's hammered. Deep in there. Marcus Johnson and Bill Walton were there, and Walton will draw the personal foul, and that's number 2 on him.
I think Michael is responsible for all the points on the board. He's given it to everybody. Here he gets trapped over on the right-hand side across from the Bulls bench. We'll take a look at it after the first of 2 by Steve.
And he's there with that first one.
Michael with eyes behind his head. Or side of him or top of him or something. Great vision anyway.
Yeah, everywhere. Everywhere. He has 4 now. Steve Johnson with 4 points. We're down over 4 minutes, first quarter of play. 4 minutes old now. Norm Nixon, nice little screen set up there by Marcus Johnson for him. Now Nixon goes the other way, right against the grain. Here's Derek Smith, and he slips it in from the baseline. He has 9 for the quarter, and boy, he's carrying this Clippers team on his back. The Bulls just can't seem to stop him. It's the Clippers by a point at 15-14. Watley, they have isolated a little off of the glass for the basket. Enos on the board with his first 2.
Both shooting super build here so far.
Off to a great start. Now, Walton's just coming into your screen as a trailer. There he is. Lob. We had a foul underneath. Steve Johnson was backpedaling the cover as they were going for Derek Smith on an alley-oop.
They're going to try to put all the action. Here's an alley-oop pass by Walton. It's not really a good pass. He sort of pulled a string on it. He saw players there. And you see Steve Johnson come down all over him. Smith will shoot, and Kevin says he didn't have control, and they go back a long way. Bernie Fryer he was a player in this league, and he has some problem with
Kevin?
Some of the coaches that have been around, Jerry Sloan, some of the guys that have seen him play.
Yeah, he's saying, hey, he never had control. You can't take a shot unless you have control of the ball.
Well, Derek Smith's got 10 points in the game, having a great quarter here, and the Clippers are working on him, trying to get him the ball, give him all the confidence they can.
Derek Smith, as high as 23, he's halfway there. He is halfway there, and we're not even halfway through the first quarter yet. Michael Jordan in the forecourt. Bulls trailing by a point. Chicago with possession. Nice cross-court feed. Jordan going in, throws it up. Oh, Skinny puts it in on an amazing move.
Oh, they had the trap on. They had the trap on. They heard a pass by Orlando Woolridge out of the corner. Flips it to Michael too far. He has to catch it, come in, goes around. Norm Nixon flips it up off the glass. It hits educatedly and falls through.
And the miss on the three-point play by Jordan. He has 4, and the Bulls now lead it by a point at 18-17. Johnson off of the glass. He didn't even put it off the glass, just put it up and in. And Johnson Now has 6 for the quarter.